theme song you're humming to yourself?
I mean, it's all 80s. It's all catchy.
Boom, boom, boom. Yo, nigga, the second I heard the boom, boom, I was like, it's coming back. Cobra!
Can I be real? The American military, G.I. Joe is what the American military thought it was after 9/11.
This is what the American
military thought. What you mean past tense? They still think they are.
Yo, well, let me tell you something. Like Prime, we say it on this show many times. We're the bullies. We know we're the bullies. We don't care that we the bullies. We know it, but come on, man. Freedom, nigga.
Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Looks like you need some democracy over there.
I'm sorry. Why are there so many Africans not shooting each other driving down the price? What are we doing here, people? Come on. Perpetuate.
Where are the Contras? Where are the Contras? Contras?
First off, we're talking about.
Oh, we didn't give you a blow yet. We didn't look. Again. We talk about it all the time. CIA are some motherfuckers.
So, folks,
for the record, these are all jokes. All jokes. All jokes. And in case we kill ourselves, no, we didn't.
We're talking about the 1987 Reaganomics movie, G.I. Joe, the movie.
Chris, I know we're all different ages. I was 4 when this came out, and I saw this movie when I was like 7. My parents didn't mind G.I. Joe, but I can tell my mom was like, okay, baby, this way. I can tell, you know what I mean? Now that I'm older.
As a kid, we all ate up Yo Joe America. You know, we ate it up because we didn't know any better and stuff. And then you got older, you're like, this imperialism is pretty strong in this movie.
Like I said, my mom don't realize it, but my mom like, "Oh, y'all was very pro-black when I was a kid, so this shit was like, all right, that white people shit, son."
Well, you know, when your black man in this movie, sister says, "What's the fee? Because snakes don't give anything for free."
And you know, I forgot as a kid, like Roadblock was one of my favorite G.I. Joes because obviously Roadblock is cool as fuck. But like as an adult, going back, there's some problematic shit going on.
About his cousin Heavy Duty, who also rhymed and was a cook.
You mean nondescript?
Worse to me.
Nondescript Roadblock because we lost the name, trademark name. We don't talk about that though. You don't talk about that.
Well, now everybody knows it's so advantageous that I be out there and I be so outrageous. Like, shut up, nigga. You ain't that pretty.
This is why. Isn't it fucking funny that they're both cooks and they both wear bandanas and they both have.
No. Roadblock was bald in this movie.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Look. I told this to Chris in a way black men in the military kind of did it to themselves. It was either bald or high and tight. So, you know, if you know, like I said, black men in the military kind of did it to themselves, but they had no choice. Nigga. You could have a jerry curl in the military, you get kicked out, man.
This is why.
Wait a minute, no, this is G.I. Joe though. This is the most relaxed fucking
bro. Okay,
regulation.
I forgot about
the fridge wears a Chicago Bears jersey while he's fucking breaking the necks of Cobra units. What are we talking
about?
My
other dude?
Quick kick, put a goddamn shirt on. What are you doing?
Yo,
Chuckles got a Hawaiian shirt on.
The most relaxed uniform policy
I've ever seen. Snowplow out in the. I will never forget.
9 degrees weather. This nigga got.
I will never forget as a kid. I forgot what episode it was. They was on the beach. This nigga still got his first down jacket on.
Wait a minute now. Now come on, guys. He might be anemic. Let's be fair. He might.
Shut up. He ain't Mr. Freeze.
95 degrees.
He's not Mr. Freeze, nigga. Shut up.
95 degrees in Florida. He's still wearing his snow gear.
All right.
He might got some blood things going on. Come on, y'all.
D means this, and if you want to say Dwayne D, you're homophobic, so be it. I fucking hated Shipwreck. I never liked Shipwreck. I fucking hated Shipwreck. I hated him. You know when I finally liked him?
Wait a minute.
You know when I finally liked him?
Wait. Why would that make you homophobic? Hold on.
No, because I know how niggas are.
Hold on, explain that shit. Nah, hold on.
Is it because of Venture Brothers with fucking short leave?
I was about to say that. I didn't look.
Are we doing female jokes? This the caliber we're at, sir.
sir, as a senator, as an independent senator of Maryland, I have my rights. I am not homophobic. I have set this on a record. Me and my wife.
Okay. Okay. Prime, I noticed. Hey, Prime. So you remember?
Hold on, Chris, real quick. Shore Leave is one of the greatest parody characters of all time. Like he's probably one of the reasons. He's one of like 5 reasons I'm going back to see Venture Brothers from start to finish. He was one of my favorite characters in that whole show.
Now, D, you might appreciate this. So, Prime, you remember after Cobra Civil War, it was the Cobra Command story arc and stuff, right?
Oh, do I? When they threw all those Joes in the pit and shot their ass? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, they did. Yo, it got dark. Like, okay, so basically what it was a build up to Cobra Civil War. Kraken ended up taking over as Cobra. He was a new Cobra Commander, right?
And like, who was that enforcer? The guy would have to. I think it was like a souped up, the one with the visor. Oh, what was his fucking name?
Damn.
What was his fucking name? Fuck. But yeah, like they there was a contingent of GI Joe that infiltrated Cobra Island. Mm-hmm. They got captured. And the acting Cobra Commander was like, "Well, fuck, just deal with him. I don't know what you want me to do. Just
put a bullet in his head, get him out."
No, he didn't say that. He just said deal with him. He was like, "Okay." So then the dude like turned around when they're in the fucking pit and like shot them all. He was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You said deal with him." Like,
not like that.
Not like that. Well, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
But here's the thing, D. Cobra systematically dismantled GI Joe, and they had a man on the inside on the Senate that was like, "Hey, y'all spending a lot of money here at G.I. Joe, and y'all fucking destroy the island."
You want to hurt G.I. Joe? You want to be like, if you're the military and you want to secretly, hey, look, check this out. If you want to secretly, I'm pretty sure that the military has done this for years. They went to comic book writers and shit like, "Hey, make a story about them taking money away from the military, and when they do, the criminals walk all over him, or the criminals were the one the way to take it from him. So you need the military to always be strong." I feel like there's always some type of infiltration in these writings.
This shit was hilarious because they literally told the Joes, "Hey, we're gonna fucking downsize you. Some of y'all gonna have to go back to your military faction." So Shipwreck had to literally go back to Navy and wear the Navy outfit. And he was
the Navy. Come on and join your fellow man.
The shit was actually really, it was like, this is like, Cobra's actually fucking legit as shit right now. That's smart as hell. You pay somebody a senator to just, okay, I'm with this.
Was that the same story? Am I thinking about a different comic book company where when they took the budget away, they had to like also decommission a whole bunch of vehicles, so they were rolling
they decommissioned everything.
That's the one. Yes, they only had like a couple of like motorcycles, and I think that the bunkers. I remember that shit. Yes.
Duke got promoted to colonel, and I think was it Hawk got demoted or something or some shit like that. I think Hawk had to leave, and Duke got promoted.
Didn't he get elected? Didn't Hawk get like elected to office, and that's why he wasn't like on base anymore because like he was in the cabinet? Or am I thinking about another continuity?
It might have been. I think Hawk got promoted inside the cabinet. Duke got promoted to colonel, but Hawk was like, "Well, my hands are tied. I can't really help you guys."
Right, because they kept having those meetings. He was like, "Yo, Duke, what the fuck are y'all doing over there?"
So I'm like, no, Lady J saying at the beginning, "Man, this BET, it costs billions of taxpayers' money." I'm like, excuse me, Senator CJ from Maryland. So what is this BET supposed to do for my state? What's it do for my state? That's all I'm saying.
Well, something unlimited. Tell me, y'all, let's go.
Senator for independent senator for Maryland. I'd like to address to everyone. Sorry, I'm having a tough time. All right. $31 trillion is what we lost in that fight in front of us, in front of the Statue of Liberty. No, Senator from New York, I will have my time on this. I have been wanting my time on this. That was 31. Shut up. It was $31 trillion.
25 F-16s. 5 for my state.
Excuse me, but it was cool as shit though, right?
It was. I mean, it was cool.
There were 15 casualties. There were 15 people. Hold on. Shut up before you continue. Senator from New York, I swear to God, I will kill you and your family. Let me talk. I will have my time. There were 16 casualties, not done by Cobra, but by your hands. 16 people.
But in our defense, it was cool as shit, though.
I have another the senator from Wisconsin going to be here, but she asked me to ask you this question again. Why did you have those people sing the entire time on the ground while all of this is going? Two of those casualties casualties were the people that was singing.
Senator, drummer boys are a historical part of U.S. military.
We have drummer boys, you can shove it down your pee hole. That was $31 trillion. Do you realize children will die because of you? Our
to be fair,
stamps are shit. The food stamps are gone now.
To be fair, the Statue of Liberty was unscathed during the process.
Completely untouched.
That was the best part because the whole time I'm looking at it, they're going to chip the tip of that bitch, yeah. They're going to get the tip of that shit.
Bro, dog. I said it before. If the taxpayers are playing for the G.I. Joes, look, I have a theory. You might agree with me on this one. Dia does, but Prime, you probably agree with me. Destro is corporate espionage / he played the stocks, and that's what's funding Cobra.
I'm pretty sure Destro is playing all sides, so he always comes out on top.
He's Dick Cheney. He's literally Dick Cheney. He's like, yo, I got all these fucking damn.
And who is that on Mastermind?
Yeah, Dr. Mindbender.
Mindbender. Let me tell you something about Mindbender. He is a hack. He's always been a hack. I do believe, though. He's smarter than he puts on. I mean, he actually is like Destro too. Is like,
I got money in these pharmaceutical companies. That's how I'm funding my operation in Cobra.
I got a couple of things I could tell you, but no.
I got the cure for cancer, but the downside to it.
I feel like Destro. I feel like I always hate it. I hate this movie for the same reason I do not like parts of Transformers, which is you're gonna make my favorite character a bitch from the get-go. The only reason why I watch G.I. Joe as a grown man is to watch Cobra Commander. And off the break, no, we can't follow him. He's look at what I have done. Y'all got all these L's, bro. You have nothing to stand on, dude.
And Cobra had the audacity to blame fucking Serpentor. And I'm like, bro, you gonna blame Serpentor on that shit?
Serpentor is the one that did like, yo, nigga, you are not. If I was Serpentor, like, you pointing hands, bro. You really pointing fingers at me.
You do realize I embodied the DNA of all the great leaders. Alexander the Great. Was it Alexander the Great?
Hold on, what's the joke? Like, you blaming me? Nigga, you ordered the sandwich. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
You made me, bitch. What the fuck?
Well, hold up. Cobra Live put it inside Dr. Mindbender's head.
How do you love that pastor taking away all your power and giving it to God off of like look what I made. You didn't make that. God told you to make that. I mean, sure.
I thought I was a genius.
Boy, that right there is good cult talk. I love it. I love that.
I mean, the idea that Cobra originated as space snakes.
Okay.
And so, like, here's my thing. So a lot of cartoons from the 80s. I forgot what the formula was, but it was always this many parts Star Wars or this many parts Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
So G.I. Joe had always leaned more towards the heavy sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to say this is not on G.I. Joe because G.I. Joe has always kind of been like an everything in the kitchen sink kind of franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can say that, yeah.
But it's kind of weird, like what a strange way to take it. Like
it's like if Call of Duty all of a sudden the newest one, aliens are the bad guys, and you're like, where the fuck did this come from?
If we kept letting them go with that advanced warfare shit,
listen, I was waiting.
All the rest of them, man, that was going down, bro.
I'm like,
that was going down.
Kevin Spacey did all this shit, war crimes, all because guys, aliens. That's why I did the war crimes. I'm like,
when I said we finna be on some 00 shit, some space whales any minute now. I'm waiting. I was like, okay.
Oh man, like how you like it? DLC and shit. How's the gameplay? It's actually not that.
That's exactly what it was.
That's every
kid.
card to me.
Because the kid is like because Cobra as a kid always came across, even though there was supposed to be a organized terrorist organization, they had very cult-like qualities to them.
And you know what?
By design.
And
the thing is, look, just to go on what you said, Prime, for me, I did it in my review not too long when I did Nights of Reviews. I said to myself, it's always weird when you see a jump like, hey, we're going on adventures like Final Fantasy, and then it's a space war. You're like,
wait a minute, where did this come from?
That was a leap. I'm like, and always in anime, I can take that. And the reason why is because of shit like this. Because you're right. They'll always lean on some extreme. I didn't see the bugs coming. That's all I'm saying, Prime. I'm not saying it's bad.
And I mean, like, I'm not calling Cobra Law bad because I know a lot of fans don't like Cobra Law, but like, I'm sorry, I can't hate an organization that has a nigga named Nemesis Enforcer. Like, I just can't. Like, that's just cool as shit.
I can't.
This guy here.
That motherfucker's dope. I can't hate the.
I mean, look, he did his job.
I don't like him. You gonna hate me? I don't like him, man.
I'm sorry. The nigga's name Nemesis Enforcer. I'm sorry, I can't.
As a kid, I thought that was a stupid ass name because to me, that's like, who are you? I'm Shooter Man. That's the way it sounded like to me.
I liked him just because it was like when old girl here sat there was like, yeah, Nemesis, go get Cobra. He ain't leaving.
Oh, okay. By the way, Wood.
Yeah.
When she pulled the reveal out, I was like, all right.
I will say this. I was a pure 80s little boy. Who do you think about her? She's icky. I didn't like her until now because I didn't see this movie since I was like.
Is she giving Baroness a run for her money, though?
That's a good question.
Why pick and choose? I mean, if I got the money, I can have. I'm sorry, what?
I'm just saying. Look, Baroness. That's Cold War. That's Cold War milk. That is top shelf Cold War. JJ. That's all I'm saying. So
that's true.
Why do you think people still willingly sign up for Cobra? I mean, you think it's a health plan, my nigga? Nah, bro.
Actually, I think it is, man. I think Cobra got a dope ass health plan. I think you go into Cobra and you like spend a week there. How was it? You know what, man? They got like this meeting at the end of every week. Yeah, they kind of do this little brain thing to you, but it ain't bad. Everything else, dog, we get free this, we get free that.
My daughter actually can get braces now.
Nigga, we get
Lisa gets braces.
We get free pizza every day, nigga. Fuck.
They keep the snack bar stacked up in there. Then cut to the corporate meeting. Yes, so why are there $30,000 spent in creamer? But Commander, the troopers like to show it there.
I need the good creamer here.
But Commander, we need the creamer.
They got the good juice.
Only, as I told you before, we can only take Pepsi products. That is clearly Coca-Cola. Only Pepsi and nothing else.
But Commander, we just got that licensing deal with Coca-Cola. They promised to sponsor our jets. Last week, you remember, you went out with their CEO. Commander.
Okay, was that before? Wait a minute, let me see this. Oh yes,
that was after Tomas's birthday party.
Yes, that was after the birthday party because I didn't remember that. I fell out.
Sure.
I fell totally out. I didn't know nothing that happened.
Sure, it wasn't Zamek, not Tomas.
Well, you know we can't tell the difference.
Yes. Oh, hey, Diane, tell Cheryl downstairs happy birthday. Tell her happy birthday too. And then we are in a building full of Libras right now.
I like how Storm Shadow's in the movie and does nothing.
Yo,
poor Tommy.
I remember as
poor
a
fucking
kid,
Tommy.
I remember as a kid, my cousin, like, yo, come on. All you saw him was like sweep with that sword. And I think at the very end he did something. My cousin hates this movie because he was barely...
Snake Eyes, who's supposed to be the most badass thing ever, bop in the back, and I'm like, well, Snake Eyes is done.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Snake Eyes, I gotta say, man, you
Hey, it really makes me mad because I read the comic books as a kid, right? And Snake Eyes is just pure unfiltrated badass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wasn't he? He was always badass. Him and Storm Shadow. Yeah, I get it.
Then you watch the show and you're like, did they just nerf the fuck out of this man? Like, what the fuck?
I think that's why we always appreciate. At least I appreciated Sigma 6 and Resolute, and even I would even say Renegades to a degree with
Renegades is amazing.
Renegade, you know what? I seen enough of Renegades where I gauged it like this is really good.
A-Team G.I. Joe. I loved it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool, man.
Oh, and just a little nugget of them like poking fun of Roadblock and Heavy Duty and them robbing where I think was it because Kevin Michael Richardson was playing I think Roadblock, and I forgot the other dude that played Heavy Duty. But they're cousins, and like his cousin was like, "Well, you still cooking?" He was like, "No, fool, I ain't a chef. What are you talking about?" Like, no. Yeah, but it's like if you hearing Kevin Michael Richardson's voice, it's hilarious.
And I love the fact that Cobra Commander that was basically Jeff Bezos.
Yep, he really was.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, it's a logical extension,
It really was.
How much? You know what? I always said this, despite it's the trillion here, but how much money does Cobra have? You know what I'm saying?
Stocks,
none of that cheapest. None of this shit.
Wall Street, corporate espionage, Dr. Mindbender having money in pharmaceuticals.
Also, having probably a whole lot of power in the black market during post the wall. The wall's about to fall.
This guy in front probably getting money from Dick Cheney. Doing stuff on the side for the military.
That's all the God. What's the name?
The Rawhide, not the Rawhide.
The Dreadnoughts.
Dreadnoughts. Yeah, Dreadnoughts.
Wasn't all the Dreadnoughts basically just Australians?
Pretty much.
Yeah, fucking biker gang.
Biker gang from Australia.
The Aussie biker gang that was like unstoppable and shit.
Also, Zorana Wood.
That's I'm not even fighting you on that.
That scene of the movie when she infiltrated the base. Let's just say when I was a little boy, I had that scene on Infinite Repeat.
I like how she just rolled up there and got all gussied up for fucking
Falcon.
Fucking Falcon's goober ass.
So
Don Johnson is the big name in this movie, by the way. Him and Burgess
Meredith.
Yeah, Virgin Meredith. They're like the two.
And see, I always thought that was Mako that did Corbala.
Oh,
not Corbala. I mean Gooba. Wasn't that guy? How you say his name?
Globulus.
Yeah,
Globulus.
Globulus.
You'll forgive me. I didn't have time to rewatch the movie, but as a child, I watched this movie on Infinite Repeat from Blockbuster Video. So it's all still sitting up here.
I mean, look, I know this movie like the fact that both parties literally went after each other's base as a tit for tat because fucking
the most military shit they ever did on G.I. Joe property.
I'm about to say
only thing missing was drones, bro. Only thing missing.
They actually went tit for tat. Who knew there was retaliatory shit that went down for the first time in G.I. Joe history?
Dude, Sergeant Slaughter and his group from the fucking Slaughter Dome out here, like, yeah, we're gonna go to the Terror Dome and fucking destroy Cobra's base. And I'm like, okay.
Here's the thing. Love Sergeant Slaughter. Love everything about him. He is the movie for D. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death. When I look at it, I'm like, yo, Sergeant Slaughter, why are you every fucking lie a military guy told us kids in the 1980s and 90s?
Okay, like, this part right here.
We had to walk around with big old sacks around our necks for 80 fucking miles. You pansies wouldn't know nothing about, like, y'all talk like they all talk like Sergeant Slaughter, yo.
Bro, when he put he put fucking Falcon through the ringer. Like,
we're basically just gonna beat the shit out of you. Just do anything. Like anything.
Itty bitty ditty bag.
Cleared that line. And then they had to animate it, Chris.
I know. Ditty bag. Hey, but hey, Sergeant Slaughter is out here taking the rejects and the people. He has like a former Cobra person as part of his crew. Like, hey, I reformed this guy. All right, I do my job.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Slaughter, I love you. Are you sure?
I mean, they stay in line.
That dude looks like he's prime to flip on the Joes in 1995.
All you gotta do is just
wave some money
creamer.
and women.
Just wave that creamer and be like, "Hey, Steph, hey,
got some creamer
back on base, back on base."
See what I did? God damn.
But the biggest, much like the Transformers movie, it was really pointing out the new guys, with Hot Rod and them. The Rawhides, this group here was supposed to be the new people that was getting pushed to the forefront here. And
so who's the dude in the Hawaiian shirt?
Chuckles.
What the fuck did he do? I don't remember seeing him. What did he do?
He's strong as fuck. Strong as fucking espionage. That's about it.
I don't remember.
And you got Jinx, who everybody says literally can jinx stuff. She's bad luck. And in lore, she's pretty much part of the Arashikage. But I don't think the show even recognized she's a Arashikage. What did they?
Not in this show, no. Not that I remember.
Yeah. Which in and of itself is like, think they would have did that, but nothing.
Right. But then they didn't do a lot with the Arashikage that much in the fucking cartoon.
Yeah, it just was like, hey, ninjas, they look dope, and that's about it.
Like, yeah, 80s ninjas. Let's go. Hooray.
You watched American Ninja, you like canon films. Boom, we got it right here.
They backflip, they wear pajamas, you love them.
Aren't they cool kids?
Stop that.
I was gonna say, since tonight we are never beating those allegations, bro.
We're really not.
We are never beating the allegations, dog.
We're never.
Why does my man still got his MP gear? That's the shit that has me rolling. I'm like, bro,
hey, yo,
dog, you're not an MP anymore. You're part of G.I. Joe squad.
Again, the most lax uniform policy in all of military history.
Dude, Big Lob still got his fucking.
Hey, Lob.
He threw on the Chicago Bulls jersey.
This dude, I hate him so much. Big Lob comes down to me. Go shut up. Oh no, it's Big Lob. This the last time Big Lob is not. No, he gets out. Big Lob dips. Like, shut up.
What happens when white people write for black characters in the 80s?
I don't know what you're talking about. They all talk like this. We all talk like that.
Shitty hairline. Just
hip hop started in the park. It started in the park.
And then we got Tunnel Rat.
Tunnel Rat, that's a racist name if you ask D. I don't know how, but I just feel like that's very racist in some type of. I feel like that's a slur. You know?
I was just about to say, because have you noticed ever since this movie, whenever they do like a new Tunnel Rat, he's always Hispanic? Is that just me?
Yeah.
I thought he was Vietnamese, and I thought that was.
I thought he was Vietnamese. That's why I was like,
he's Vietnamese here, but like I've seen him be Hispanic and some shit, so I'm like, how about that?
Hey, Brian, in the comments, you would say this, nigga. No, nobody likes Big Lob. So what, man? I don't like Big Lob because he just adds to the. It's bad enough we all rhyme. This one has to be a sportscaster.
My man in the MP uniform is Law and Order. His dog is Order, and he's Law.
Here's the thing. Cool.
It's good for toy.
I had him as a toy.
Oh, you had him as a toy?
I had him, and I did have I had him. I know for a fact I had him, Duke, Shipwreck, and Roadblock. I know that for a fact.
I had Snake Eyes. I had Duke, and I had.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I had the F-16 jet.
I did have. I think I had Storm Shadow.
My cousins.
I can't be on that, but I think I did. I think I had a ninja.
I don't know who in my family got my older cousins this. They had the fucking battleship. They had that aircraft carrier. Shit. I was like, bro.
Oh my God. You serious?
Now, my older cousins obviously.
That's white people shit for D, man.
I think my uncle-in-law got him that shit. Cause my uncle-in-law, he worked for the county government, so money back then.
Yeah, I'm a ball.
I'm gonna ball out. Get this dude this aircraft carrier. I'm like, bro, the aircraft carrier was the holy grail as kids. Right. If you got that shit. You were the shit.
It's like that, and I think it was that one, the Micro Machines van that was a full on city, and it was another one. I'm kind of blanking. It was a Hot Wheels set, but I'm not really sure which one. I can't.
Then later on, if you had the Neo Geo consoles, that means you were just super rich.
If you had a Neo Geo console, you
got robbed.
You either had you know what? In my opinion, there was
somebody in your family was a drug dealer. They're a drug dealer.
Somebody was a drug dealer.
Crack era. That's crack
player
era.
So either one. It had to be one of the other.
Somebody was doing a crime in that family. I'm sorry. That's a black thing, y'all. In a black family, if there's a Neo Geo, somebody
who's drug dealing here.
Somebody is selling drugs.
Because even government money ain't buying you.
No,
or somebody sucking somebody's dick. It's either one or the other, bro. I'm just being real, dog. I'm sorry. I hate to break that to y'all. Y'all just finding out now. See, I hear the gears turning because you're thinking back like, now wait a goddamn minute.
Mama, no.
I didn't mean to do that to y'all. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, no, nigga, you right. Like you start like, you know what? Like you can say, well, you know, my Uncle Jesse had a good job at the plant or some shit like that.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine. Like for us here in DC, it's like, well, man, it's the government job. Anybody that had a mama or a daddy had a government job. You had at least one or two Christmases that it was lit. I understand.
It was. It really was. It was
it mattered what year it is. It's so funny, Prime. It mattered what year it was, man. And it's always like the one of the 4 years that everybody got paid. So
right, y'all hit the same time. Right.
It was almost all like that in this city when it comes to
the 80s. So Reaganomics was a motherfucker, wasn't it?
Oh man, no. The Reaganomics during that time. My dad was a contractor. He ate up.
Oh, yes.
My dad ate, especially here in DC. He ate, nigga.
That's why I was like, when Lady J sat there, said billions of dollars in taxpayer money. I was like, first off, cartoon, how dare you say billions of dollars in taxpayer?
How dare you? Well, you know for a fact. Well, you know for a fact there was 25 jets in the airspace. This is a figure in 87 we don't have yet, and you did it.
That's supposed to provide free energy, which, let's be real, is government, so that energy ain't gonna be free for us.
Oh no, not for us. No.
Like I love how
to the Joes, but not us. The Joes get free energy.
They about to Enron the fuck out of that shit. They finna license their fucking plant out. Get them fucking subsidy side on the side, bro. I know the game. Game recognized game, baby. I see it.
Dog. Look, as the senator here in Maryland, I recognize what the situation's going on. In this whole situation, this is not going back to the people, man. This is not going back. Shut up. I don't care. We're all socialists up in here. Shut up. It don't even matter. The point is, you know this is wrong.
Did you stop? Nah, God, folks. The beginning of this movie, they're out in the snow just laughing it up as they're putting together that BET. I'm like, bro, that is the most military shit ever. It's like
these niggas
imperialism, and they're just like
snowballing each other, having fun, wearing t-shirts in below 32-degree weather.
Duke and Lady J, the only two that got jackets on and shit. They're like, all right, yeah, I don't know about y'all. I'm cold as shit. I'm wearing this damn jacket.
Like the thing that get me is like, okay, so. The second it goes missing, the first thing like, do you know how much taxpayer money? Oh, now you care. That was what my problem was.
Let's rewind.
Now you care. The second that joke got swooped in, all of a sudden, why there wasn't enough? Like, come on, dog.
Now we mentioned earlier about Cobra Commander and his hard boner hate for Serpentor. I like the wheels. You can see the wheels turning in Cobra Commander's head, like when they're getting attacked at the base, and they're like, "Yeah, we have to save Serpentor," and he's like, "Yeah, because yeah."
But do we though?
Yo, he didn't.
My man was like, "Yes." Yo, he was like, "Yes,
yes."
We need to go after him because Serpentor might die. Yeah.
You're all right. Everyone, follow me, Destro.
Y'all know this nigga lying, right? Y'all know he lying, man. So why we following? Why we following him?
Did you love how Destro threw Cobra Commander under the bus at Cobra La? Like, threw his ass under the bus.
Could not wait Could not.
That is the last person you call up first to defend you. Like, why would you call Destro?
I love it because this dude like, surely all of my subordinates will say that I'm the best. Come, Destro, tell him how great I am. He's like, on the contrary,
his ineptness has cost us.
His ineptness has cost us. You light-skinned nigga.
You could have called Dr. Mindbender. This Mindbender might have been on your side, maybe.
He was better off trying to go.
Hell no, Mindbender's German. He knows what way the wind blows. Hell the fuck no.
You ain't lying.
Dawson's not good. Fuck it, nigga. Fuck him.
Zartan just be like, I don't speak English and shit just the whole time.
Like, Zartan was straight up like, no. You know what?
God,
again, I hated what happened to Starscream. What happened to Starscream? Hilarious.
He earned that. To be honest, he earned that. He earned that. You kicked Megatron out the ship out of he earned that.
10 out of 10. One of the greatest deaths ever in cinema. Megatron?
Is that you?
Megatron, is that you? Boy, hey Chris.
Saucy. Love it. Love it to death.
Oh, yes.
Chris, I swear to God. God forbid, I don't know what I would ever do to pull you to murder, but you better pull up on me in that insane fashion. If you want to take me out, Chris, I need to be like Starscream. Happy as hell. Chris, is that you?
Wrong. It's CJ.
If I'm going out, if you're going to take me out, like I said, God forbid, my nigga, but you need to take me out in fashion.
My man was fucking dancing on the fucking 1 yard line, and yo. Got ordained with the crown, which I'm pretty sure he made himself put the crown on and was dancing on the 1 yard line.
Boy, now I was gonna say because I did see that part. Did he put the crown on his own head?
I'm trying to think, because no, I don't think Soundwave didn't put it on. I think he put it on his head. He put it on his own head.
No, he was going to. Hold on, if I remember the scene right, because
he put it on his head because that's
playing the trumpet. And then he was kneeling down. No, someone's putting it on for him because he had to shoot the fucking Constructicons to shut them the fuck up.
Okay. The reason why now I thought it was going to be deep because the deep part was if he put it on himself. That's something Napoleon did. Napoleon did that shit to show like, nah, nigga, I am the. So I'm like, oh, that's deep. That's some deep writing there. Y'all little kids ain't going to understand that shit till you're older. Like I thought it was that type of.
Hey, look! I always love Serpentor. I just love the design of him. Like just the
Serpentor as a kid.
I liked him. I liked him.
So to me, I thought
hate Serpentor. What?
Okay, D's going to say this. Number one, I hated the fact that Serpentor was a white dude. I never liked.
Yeah, with him being mixed with everything. I mean,
true. He should be.
I was like that
or racially.
But now, like, and blame that.
Oh, so Vin Diesel,
basically. Now,
basically.
Yeah. Now, real talk, just on some real shit. Blame that on my pro-Black Panther ass parents, okay? So blame a little bit of that influence on me, all right? Now, but the other reason why is because, just real talk, he always looked like to me if the King Cobra liquor came to life and had like he comes off like a mascot, not a villain to me. I think
it's the Alf because like when you look at Cobra as a unit, like if you look at this for instance, right? Destro.
I tried, Brian. I actually tried as a kid. I thought I could, but I always saw a white guy, man.
Yeah, and Biggie was a white Asian, basically.
Asian. I think I can take that.
And also, to be fair, my parents, my thing is like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like the less Black people I see on the villain side, the happier I am because, like, we have representation everywhere. You know what I mean?
No. Look. Very true. Very true. I wasn't begging for there to be Black villains.
I was like, because there were a lot of Black G.I. Joe officers, so I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Here's the thing.
Does Cobra really need black people on their side? Probably not.
And that's the one thing that always got me because I thought, we kind of got the stereotypes, but we did get enough. Us 80s kids, we did get enough black characters that were there. And again, so you know what I mean? It wasn't this thing where we act like we were starved of it. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just me. Because like it always kind of bothers me now, especially when I see like modern Star Wars and we see like a scene from the Empire and this room is full of black people, and I'm like, for the Nazi allegory, this makes me really uncomfortable.
Because here's the wild part.
Actually, here's the funny thing. For that makes me feel fine at the fact that I like the Xeon. I was like, nigga, did you see how many black people was in the Empire? But
my thing with that was like, okay, on one hand, it is disturbing, but on the other hand, it's like I can see some black people joining the Empire. Like, yo, they got money.
I'm gonna say, I mean, yeah, but like we see like a whole bridge of us. Like,
that's what I'm like.
I'm like, wait a minute now.
I can't see the Emperor because I feel the Emperor was very racist. Like, a lot of black people on this ship.
Palpatine.
When he took over. He kicked all the aliens out. Remember? Like, he was like, hell no, bitch.
Okay, look. There is alien xenophobic. I understand that. That's different. Being xenophobic of an alien race, that's different to me. That's
and only kept Thrawn because he was one of the good ones.
Sorry.
So you know.
Yeah.
What I said was wrong. Show me where I was out of pocket. Show me where I'm wrong.
I mean, you ain't out of pocket on that one. It's like, that tracks.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. As much love has been drained out of me for Star Wars. God damn it, Prime. But why do you always hit me with these? Why do you do that for me, bro?
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just calling what I'm seeing, dog.
You're the only reason why we have been kicking around the idea. Maybe we should do the Star Wars joke. Maybe.
Please don't.
See. Don't worry.
Because I'm gonna be so hateful. Full of hate.
Look, I told Prime I'll talk about Ahsoka because at least it won't be as angry inducing. It'll just be like, all right, fine.
Man, look. Same thing with Mandalorian for me. Everything else converted hell. That's all.
Andor, sir. Andor.
I have not seen
Andor is the only thing keeping me hope. Watch, Nick, get off here right now and watch Andor.
Yes, you should. Watch this shit. Very political.
Look, because it starts off slow as shit. It starts off slow as shit. I'm just like, I don't know about this, but like the more I kept watching, I'm like, this is one of the greatest fucking TV shows I've ever seen in my motherfucking life.
This is what I get for listening to my dad. My dad is like, you better punch me in the fucking. My dad's like, hit me now so I can stay.
Hey, look. I think it's just. It's like
my pops like, yeah,
look. I tell you this. There's one episode that has a really great monologue on a bridge. Mm-hmm. It's one of the greatest television monologues I've ever heard in my life. Like when I heard that shit, I had to stop the episode, rewind it so I could hear it again. Fucking fantastic writing.
I rewinded the third time. I was like, is this Star Wars? Pause.
Right, I'd like meant to make
sure. Wow, really? It's like that?
Right, I had to shake details. I'm like, am I watching the same goddamn show? Hold on, wait a minute. wait a goddamn minute. Nigga, I quote that shit to that day. That shit hit me in the fucking nuts. That speech was so good.
But that's a good thing with G.I. Joe. That's why I've been digging the comics and stuff, because like when I'm watching like the Cobra Civil War thing that I brought up earlier, one of the things that I enjoyed about that is like as much as there's infighting in Cobra, like they have a very diplomatic way of like handling their shit, like and how they talk about it. Because it's a lot of egos at the table here. You got fucking Serpentor, Cobra Commander, Destro, all these fucking damn egos at the table, and they're just like, all right, we gotta really talk
this
this
where
out.
I actually learned that from? No bullshit. On the thing that got parody from this, I learned that from Venture Brothers. I'm not even bullshit. The whole the guild. I learned that from the guild, and I remember like looking at the cartoon and just thinking to myself, well, yeah. You're going to need people to keep everybody in check, but who's going to be the person running it? And the yada, yada, yada. Like, why did I never think about this shit?
Yeah, but that's
everything hits you differently. But yeah,
that's what makes it even more hilarious that Cobra was really just plotting for fucking Serpentor to die. Even to the point to where Duke, you know what? I love Duke and Serpentor fighting it out and how Duke was almost on the ropes before he just yeeted his ass over and electrocuted him and shit. So I was like, all right. And then everybody's like, we got to save Serpentor. And then Cobra's like, nah, bro, retreat. Fuck, nah.
No, this way, retreat. What are you talking about? We have to go this way.
We'll see another day.
I'm like, why is this nigga taking this? This motherfucker took them all the way in the middle of Alaska. They getting chased down by
the Joes literally are so Joe. I'm like, bro, how many miles did you guys chase after this?
The first time when they're like, you know what? Nah, not today. Like we chasing these niggas
chasing these guys. Nah.
We got their leader. Hell nah, it's over for you motherfuckers.
And all, for real, they really did have them on the ropes, and I don't blame them. So they like, let's go for it. Next thing you know, I'm sorry, did this turn into Super C? Where are all these aliens coming from? Where
even down to them saying we got these spores that can either blind you or mutate you, and well, Cobra gets mutated into a snake.
Right. So it turns out that Cobra Commander was always a snake man because sci-fi.
Yeah. No.
Because in the show, I think after the movie came out, there was a 3-parter.
They immediately walked that shit back.
Which they transported him back to human.
But you remember, I once was a man. I was a
man. As this black man chokes out the snake, figuratively.
Pause
to this picture. Nobody. D. 3 o'clock.
What does that mean? 2 a.m.
Me, after I happened to see a random X video of Lady J and Baroness porn, like, oh shit.
Nigga, you look. Look, that's Roadblock, nigga. Roadblock when he sees a Sarah J porn.
Not a Reed Riley classic.
Roadblock look like he is.
I don't know. Roadblock look like a Cherokee ass.
Nah, Roadblock look like he likes himself.
I don't know, man. Roadblock looks like
Gianna Michaels
man to me. I'm sorry.
Gianna Michaels. He said Pinky. Prime said Pinky. Prime Pinky or later Pinky? Like,
I don't think Roadblock's picky, man. I don't think he cares.
I don't know. But Roadblock look like one of those muscular niggas. Like, nah, man, she got to be 400.
Not that nigga from Baki the Gaffer. How dare you, sir?
That show is insane. I like the fact that
I don't know where to go with
I
have nowhere to go with that.
The fact that non-anime watchers happen to trip over it on Netflix because they promote that show so much, and they're like, "What kind of what is this?" I was like, "It's Baki. Don't just watch it."
My sons have their grandmother watching the show.
Oh my god!
How does she not freaking out and having an ornery like how?
Because you want to know the truth. You know what she told me? Her words. I want to see if they kill Pickle or not.
So she really invested.
Oh wow!
She's really invested.
What the fuck do you want?
That is.
I don't know what my sons did, but they did it. They do it.
You must have explained the whole plot of Baki to her, and then now she's like clicking.
Well, look, number one, my oldest is a fucking dweeb nerd weeb. So yeah, he tells his grandmama everything. You know how I always make fun of Joe Burrow?
Uh-huh.
And like, you know, with him like, Mom, I want to go to Philippine sports and we do this and do this. My son does that with anime. So
okay. Hey, look, I watched G.I. Joe the movie with my dad. It was like a snow day, and it was a snow day, and I vividly was sitting there watching it. My dad was sitting there watching it with me, and he was just laughing at just the ridiculousness of the movie, like with Sergeant Slaughter and all that stuff. Because I was just like thinking back on it, it's like, yeah, if I'm an adult and I'm watching this, I'm probably laughing at it too. Because there is some like, wow,
it's some wacky shit in this movie. Man.
It does get out of pocket a little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
So let me get this shit straight. Let me get this shit straight. I know we skipping a lot about Falcon, but how did Falcon earn a kiss at the end of this movie?
He's a Green Beret, sir.
No, when did him and what's the name? When did they ever?
They had like a little flirty. They were like little
flirty
batting eyes at each other, you know.
Yeah,
stereotypical action movie shit.
Hey, look, guys,
Asian woman, so you know.
Hey, guy, look, he earned his Asian woman. Don't worry, she's changed. She's going to give him herpes. So,
I mean, Falcon It's like this man could look. You know, it's funny. Unlike Hot Rod, where it's like, yo, Hot Rod, you kind of got Optimus Prime killed. This was like, nah, Falcon didn't get Duke killed. Duke did that because hey, he loves his family. So
Rodimus got him killed. Let's get that
right. Oh yeah, Rodimus got him killed.
Got Optimus killed. First off, let's off the break. This one, they try to put so much guilt on Falcon. If it wasn't for you, shut the fuck up.
Duke wanted to save him because at the end of the day, that's his family, and it's like, hey, you know, nepotism that helps.
Yo, also, the guy that does Duke's voice. When I first heard him, I forgot that
Michael
wasn't
Bell.
Michael Bale. I thought that was Ron Paulson at first.
I
know because I haven't heard Michael Bell in so many years, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a slight difference. They sound similar, but there's a slight difference in their voice. But when I heard, I'm like, Paulson didn't do Duke. I'm like, I know he did it. And I had to yo. It took me like
my man did Duke for so many years and then turned around and was Cyclops in Pride of the X-Men,
which is weird, man.
I mean, you typecast a nigga. I mean,
funny part, play Duke's dad in Renegades.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Because
God, look, I love shit like that.
Who does his voice in? I forgot who did his voice in that one. Renegade. Who did his voice in Renegades?
Duke in Renegades was fucking what was it?
That wasn't
James Marsden.
Really?
Yeah, James Marsden. Because he's one of those voice actors that just they'll get him to do stuff. Yeah, James Marsden did Duke in that show.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking of the dude that did Leon's voice in Resident Evil. I was thinking it was Mercier. I thought it was her, man. I really did for a second. But anyway,
Yeah, Duke and Falcon, they have a contentious relationship and stuff. You know what? I gotta be real. As a kid, I marked out seeing Duke, Hawk, and fucking what's his face in the same room. Flint in the same room together. That was like a big deal for me as a kid. Just like those characters interacting with each other.
That was weird. They never really were together on screen a lot. Like, yeah.
I mean, because Hawk is the higher up.
Hawk has always been the higher up. I know that. You know,
but Flint and Duke always had interactions, but to see all three of them like together, it's like, wow.
Oh man, this is serious business, guys. I do have something to say, though. Seeing the way this is written, seeing the way that this was advertised, seeing the way that it looks like now, seeing all of this shit together.
Last minute walk back on Duke dying.
I cannot tell you how frustrating it was to be my age, our age in the 2000s, hearing these grown-ass white men yell at us, saying, back in the day, we had better cartoons, not this stupid anime. Yeah, like G.I. Joe was a bit like... I can't believe we let these white boys who refuse to buy the DVDs of G.I. Joe tell people that anime was bad. I hated them so much.
To be fair, though.
I hated them so much. They were the reason why they took anime off of Adult Swim for a little bit, and I hated those motherfuckers. To be fair, so much.
The animation quality for G.I. Joe didn't drop until Deke took over.
Exactly. Boy,
like some
that they ran into a wall.
I'm gonna say, like, do you know the reason why Little Prime had this movie on Infinite rent out at Blockbuster? Was for that fucking opening. I watched that shit.
Oh, that opening is perfection.
Like, look. After that opening, this movie could have been straight ass, and I would not have given a fuck because I just would have just kept watching that opening.
Hey, I got this movie on Blu-ray. You can't tell me shit.
I have it on VHS, I have it on DVD, and I have it on that special edition Blu-ray.
I thought I will say this. I will say I'm a little bit upset because I remember the animation looking way better, but I think it's in contrast of knowing what the Deke animation looks like.
Dude, Deke, you know what I mean? when they got back to the show post this movie and Deke took over, woo!
Dog, I remember that
big ass
quality, man.
Got to get tough, Yo Joe. Whew. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was the opening.
Compare the fucking cartoon openings to Sunbrow versus the Deke. Like, yeah, just like it's got
it like because then they had like 3 different ones under Sunbo.
Yeah. And I remember it's just so weird seeing the Marvel Productions logo.
because Marvel was doing the comics of G.I. Joe. Are they still doing the comics to this day, or is it still IDW?
Yes and no, but it's under IDW.
No, it didn't move from IDW. It's with Image.
Skybound.
It's under Robert. Yeah, it's under Skybound.
It's Skybound now.
Kirkman's imprint.
Yeah, the Real American Hero line of
now that comic is continuing because I mean that continuity's been going on since hell. That's still continuing, and that's under them now. Too.
It's so funny the way we always saw, like you were saying earlier about Snake Eyes. The way we all saw Snake Eyes. I mean, every kid saw Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Mm-hmm. We saw them like they look like on the packaging. You know how on the packaging they had like the Joe and they had like the explosion in the background. Mm-hmm. That's what we saw of Storm Shadow. This cool ass ninja and shit. In the cartoon, it mattered. You know, every now and then, you have an episode where Storm Shadow not Storm Shadow, where Snake Eyes kick everybody's ass and shit. Mm-hmm. But you would think it would be in this movie, man. It's just so upsetting when I think about this. You know what I mean? I mean, he was because even in 1987, he was still one of the most popular characters. That kind of gets me, yeah. And this is not against Roadblock or a tall nigga or a Russian dude that spit out acid, but. Shut up! I want to see Snake Eyes, bro.
I mean, like, this movie they were doing some things like people were getting hurt. The idea of death was still prevalent and stuff. Because I think even some of even when they came
hearing, oh my God, Duke is in a coma, which that's not how it works. But
he got stabbed right in the heart.
Okay,
like he had a coma. He's in a coma. How do you know he's in a coma and not dead?
Dude, he literally says, "Yo, Joe."
He's in a coma. Who is the doctor? Where is the doctor, mind you?
Well, the doctor.
We don't have a doctor because somebody thought this would be a good thing to do. 3 jets. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. I don't care. And there was fireworks going on in the background, by the way. Fireworks.
Hey, did y'all love the scene where the Joes is like, yeah, we got the BET. They will never see it in this civilian place. And Baroness just runs out there and just laughs as she's taking it off. I'm like, there's no cameras on this base?
I was like, hey, one CCTV. Ain't nail one.
No soldier seeing this woman undressing as Baroness? Nobody?
Ain't not a what was it? They said not a nail.
Camera, like you said, CCTV, nothing. Just a laugh. Like,
boy. Hey, Chris. But for real. Cobra and Roadblock out in the snow.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Roadblock went from rightfully so punching Cobra when he was like, it's a trap, to like, all right, I guess I gotta trust this guy.
This nigga blinded in the snow, freezing to death. Oh, I once was a man. Yes, I was a man.
The Joes is using him to get back to where the base is at, and he just slithers off like, well, there goes Cobra. He's gone.
Well, I guess we don't. Should we shoot him?
I mean, that man's a war criminal. He needs to stand trial. Hey,
bro, if he said we shoot him.
I can imagine Hawk being out there. Just imagine Hawk is out there wearing his I'm a higher up and I got the proper coat on. What's going on here? A Cobra Commander? Why the hell are none of you shooting him?
Like, you court-martialed right now.
I feel like Hawk is like, all of you are under. No, I don't care. We're going to be out here all night. Yeah. You're fucked up. All of you are in court march. Do you know the Pentagon is all ready? quarter up my
ass.
He is
wanted.
You already know that, right?
Crimes against humanity, and y'all let him do what now?
They're on my ass because you
I
lost.
Keep telling you guys,
weapon. $1
trillion. Do you know what a trillion is? Do you know how much a trillion is? I don't think you do. We spent 31 of that.
2 weeks ago, they poisoned an elementary school. What the fuck? You know what?
It's like, sir, can we drop a drone in Springfield?
Yes, of course we can drop a drone in Springfield, but that's not the point.
We're gonna do that regardless. So anyway,
what are you talking about? Of course we are. And we're going to give aids to an inner city school. Shut the hell up. That is the FBI. That is not the CIA or in conjunction with the Joes. You know that is not us.
It's fucking
again. These are all jokes. It's a satire.
This is all jokes.
That was Downtown that said that shit too.
We are not suicidal, by the way.
No, we are not. I love life. In fact, hail to America, my home sweet home.
God bless the USA, because I'm a real American and I do what I can. Is that okay?
Hey, did you love how the Joes
Dick Cheney F-150s? And I liked it.
You guys love at the Statue of Liberty. You hear Duke say "Yo, Joe" when they fly off, and it's the red, white, and blue shit when they fly. It's like, this is so America propaganda. It's ridiculous.
You know, those smoke packs cost an extra 10,000.
Shit, 10,000. That shit was like 50,000. What are you talking about? 31 billion. Trillion.
You mean to tell me you had time to have somebody hit the red, white, and blue streamers as you popped out? Dude, I have a question. Who the fuck was looking at you?
Some poor guy, some guy in the financial district that just did blow at the Twin Towers, just watching this shit.
Oh man, rogue laser bullet goes straight through that joint, yeah.
Yo, D had a funny point though.
Flesh wound.
I was joking about how like Destro, he's playing the stocks, and Destro was like, "Hey, Cobra, maybe we shouldn't be, near the financial district. We got money here."
Oh yeah. We don't want to do that. That's a future joke, people.
You know what?
No, but seriously, we need to really fly away from this.
Surprised somebody at IDW didn't do a special 9/11 issue of G.I. Joe where Cobras at the Twin Towers.
3 Black Geeks don't have much on our TikTok, but there's one thing I got up there. Why were the villains in the Marvel universe? This is a sad day.
Half of y'all want to destroy the
Dr. Doom was crying.
Magneto. San Francisco. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
This dude out there. This dude, helmet off to the side. Hey, so these are humans.
Like Kingpin, maybe.
Kingpin. There needs to. I am shocked. There's not a story that's he's a villain, but that day he was a good guy. You know what I mean?
Like Lex kill somebody at the first responders.
Lex. Like in order for I told it, in order for it to work in DC, it had to be something where Superman wasn't there and it was a true tragedy. And the tragedy is not that. They just couldn't stop the shit, and it'd be just one of those things. We were so strong, but we couldn't do the shit.
Basically,
what I mean? They didn't do that in Marvel. In Marvel, all of a sudden, the heroes and the villains like, "Hey guys, stop play fighting. This is serious." That's what it looked like. The only person that had any right to feel bad was Spider-Man. Everybody else, here comes Steve. This is a tragedy. Shut up.
It's like 9/11 happened. You see Joe and Cobra stop fighting for a minute, and they're at the rubble of the Twin Towers, and I'm like,
this is disappointing.
We can be so much better together.
Like, first off, you tried to kill me last week, Cobra. What are we doing here?
Destro's there, like Destro. No,
Destro, you're fucking Scottish. What the fuck are you doing? What?
Thank you. It's like, what the fuck you care?
Look what they done. Look what they done to the church's money.
I was going to say, my money. My investments. The stock market.
Baroness is holding them back.
Birdie, we have a problem.
We have a party, Bernie. I don't care. We have to do something. Listen to me. I don't care. Get off your Jewish ass and get down here now. We have a problem.
God, man, I feel Zartan would be a problem post 9/11, man. Dick Cheney would be using his ass the whole time.
100% PMC. What do you mean?
That nigga be out there with Blackwater. These are jokes. These are jokes. These are jokes.
Did somebody say wet works?
Bro.
Boy.
Jokes. Yeah, you're right. These are jokes. Ha ha ha. We're satire, comedy podcast.
Now, real talk. I understand why we see stuff like this in the 80s because, the Cold War mixed with post-Vietnam was a nasty little war. Nasty little world, man. Everybody was still fighting everybody. Despite now there being no major war, people were fighting each other constantly, and America and Russia was stirring everybody's pot, man. So it was crazy, man. So I understand like the world of mercenaries within the military, like the Joes, were very attractive. Of course they were. It was cool. It was the 80s, man. Reaganomics. Look at all this cocaine, nigga. Black people are doing all right. Don't have to check on them. Everything's fine, dog.
But nah, man. Like I just look. Cobra Line, this movie, I will give them credit. They were very efficient.
Were they?
Initially they were.
Did you see how they infiltrated that base, nigga? They was up on them 3-1.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
Well, all it took was Sergeant Slaughter and this special group of guys to come in there and just go nuts and disrupt the system.
True.
Same Falcon, like, if I just last 5 minutes. I got to, let me ask y'all this. We talk about how
like 45% of this movie getting his ass kicked. I just realized.
Let me ask y'all this, right? So me and Eris, we talked about this in Pressing Buttons about Megan Fox voicing the character MK and how a lot of people feel some way. And even today, there's people that feel some way about celebs voicing characters. I gotta wonder, was there a lot of pushback back in the day of Don Johnson voicing in G.I. Joe?
Not that I remember, but also he wasn't dog shit,
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I had to wonder, was like, what did voice acting feel back then about Don Johnson?
I think voice acting back then was different than it was 10 years after that. You know what I mean? There were two. There, and to be really honest, Chris, I got to be real. That's a question to ask the voice actors. I'm dead serious.
I'm curious on that.
That's a good question to ask them. I'm pretty sure they answered that before. But yeah, I would like to know how do they feel, especially during the 80s when voice actors didn't get any recognition on screen like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I think they will understand. Like, yeah, it's Don Johnson. He's here to sell it.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Miami Vice. Miami Vice and shit. You know what I mean?
Because his name is plastered on the front of the DVD and Blu-ray. It's like Don Johnson is Lieutenant Falcon. And I'm like,
and even Burgess Meredith to an extent was the same thing, man.
Orson Welles and Transformers,
right?
To an extent again, you can say that. You know what I mean?
Was Galvatron,
Yeah. I'm gonna say Leonard Nimoy was on. He was Galvatron. Yeah, you can say that to an extent. They were doing the same thing.
I laughed when they got to the show. They got Scott McNeil to do his voice. Don Johnson was like, "You only got me for the movie, dog.
A weekly cartoon. You out your goddamn mind?
How much you paying me?"
Get the Canadian.
To be fair, old boy who was Hot Rod, he came back for the show.
Yeah, he did.
Who was it? It was
I don't know none of the voices.
I know what you're talking
I'll be
about.
honest with you. Outside of Cullen and outside of Cullen and God, the other guy. God, I'm blanking that.
Welker?
Yeah, Welker. Yeah, outside of those two, I couldn't tell you anybody on Transformers. It's funny with these older cartoons. Like you told me Ninja Turtles, I could tell you them.
Yeah. That is true. I forgot who voiced them in Transformers. Hold on. Let me bring it up real quick. Because that was Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. Thank you.
Yeah, Judd Nelson did come. Yeah, Judd Nelson did come back for the show and voiced them. I mean, it's not like Judd Nelson was doing much of anything.
He wasn't doing shit anyway.
I mean, it's like, hey, movies. All right, I'll do some voice acting for a TV show. Why not?
It's like Real Freddy when he started doing voice acting. Like, nigga, you ain't that big on that list, dog. You can do this shit.
You're not a movie star, dog. You are mid-high level Disney. That means you can do this. You come on, this voice.
Come on over here.
Get in that booth, boy. Sit down.
Get that booth. Shut up.
Here's your headphones, motherfucker.
Put on the headphones, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Like some people you can understand. Judd Nelson is kind of high, but really his stock tanked, man. I hate how the 80s. We talked about that, Chris. I hated how the 80s and 90s treated celebrities.
I think I'm wrong. He said the guy who did Serpentor came back as Hot Rod for the show. It wasn't Judd.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay,
my fault. Then I thought he sounded just like that motherfucker.
No. Judd came. No. Prime. Judd came back for the later Transformer stuff.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. That's still interesting.
Yeah, Power of the was it Power? I think it was Power of the Prime. Yeah, Power of the Primes. Because I remember when they were doing the rollout for that, it was like Judd Nelson returns as Rodimus Prime. I'm like, whoa, they got Judd Nelson back.
Okay then.
Judd, to his credit though, you're right. The 80s, like after the 80s, it was like, damn, New Jack City was like the big thing, and then afterwards, it's like,
man, he wasn't even in that joke like that. Remember, he was featured, but they had like no speaking lines for him like that.
But to Judd's credit though, he did pop up in like a lot of TV and then started doing voice acting and stuff. Because I remember when he popped up in Ben 10. That was like, oh shit, he's Ben 10,000? Dope.
Oh, that was him? Oh shit.
Yep. Yeah, that was him. I was like, oh, okay, you got me. All right, cool.
Let's fucking go.
I was like, cool, but the whole aesthetic of Cobra Lie, I did like them and stuff, but it was kind of like, man, y'all were up 3-1 and then just boom. Fucking damn Sergeant Slaughter and them just came in there and just ran roughshod over you and stuff, and just that's it. Man, oh man. But to be fair, Sergeant Slaughter out here fucking body slamming fucking Nemesis. Man got wings that couldn't even fly away from that ass whooping. It's like, bro, come on now. Oh my god, man. Man, oh man. You know what? That's something that is interesting because this movie, it came out, but like I think me and you probably have talked like length offline, like about like the G.I. Joe franchise and how, you know, other barring Snake Eyes, like the other two live action movies have hit like the sensibilities of what G.I. Joe is. And it's kind of interesting too, because like past this movie, I actually like Valor versus Venom and Spy Troopers? Valor versus Venom. I actually like those. I was like, this is actually not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think G.I. Joe is kind of like a tough nut to crack now.
But like, nowadays it's because, you know, where we're at in America and imperialism.
Right. You know that, yeah.
Tough sell.
And I'm not saying it's impossible, because I mean, it's like I say, G.I. Joe. It's kind of like an everything in the kitchen sink franchise, because I know a lot of people who don't know anything about it, they look at it and then just go, "Oh, those are just army troopers fighting, you know, Snake Man." And I'm like, no, they do a lot of like crazy like action adventure shit.
Espionage sometimes.
Espionage. And that's one thing, that one of the reasons why I like a lot of the comic books, because a lot of the comic books, they take the concepts in different ways. Like you can do a more grounded take of G.I. Joe, or you can do kind of a more over the top, or you can do them like superheroes, or you can do them like pro wrestling, or you can do them like, because the concept in itself is so simple and so malleable. Like,
dude, like Larry Hama did, I think, no, it wasn't Larry Hama, but the Real American Hero from Devil's Due, the World War III storyline. Yes.
Or the one, not Devil's Due, right? Not the later, the one from IDW, but the one when they first started, where it was like G.I. Joe was like a cat and mouse game between Cobra and the Joes, because it was like Cobra was like an urban legend, and they didn't know that G.I. Joe was an organization.
It wasn't America's Elite, was it?
Was it? Well, yeah. So the premise was like Cobra was like a urban legend. Like it's like a it's not a real thing. It's like a conspiracy theory. And G.I. Joe was like a straight up like black deep black ops organization.
Oh I don't think that was America's Elite, but I have an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, and they're like playing like a cat and mouse game, like trying to prove the other was real, back and forth. This shit was so good. That shit was so fucking dope.
That sounds actually very interesting.
Yeah, the comics is
actual espionage.
Because even the new one that Larry Hama's doing, the Real American Hero one that he's doing with Skybound, is actually really good too, and I've been digging that so far. I'm still catching up with it.
Yeah, I need to get back into Real American Hero. I kind of dipped out the second time they switched companies.
Did we? You know what, Chris? I remember one of the awesome cons we went to. Did you talk to Larry Hammond?
I did. No. I talked to him briefly because I got some artwork from him.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember meeting him.
He did a panel, and I had videoed the panel, and that's when they were like he was going over his run with G.I. Joe and just talking about his experience and stuff. Because at that point, he wasn't on G.I. Joe anymore. At that point,
yeah, he said he switched over to the comic, that he was still running the comic, and he actually said, I remember him saying that he, of course, there was more freedom on the comic to do, to write what you kind of want to write, the stories that you kind of want to write, but you have to. The one thing that was interesting to me, they said you can write what you want to write, but include these Joes, include these Cobras. You still have to kind of fall under the parameters. That was the one thing I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh, you can talk about this. You could talk about death. You could talk about not necessarily sex, but insinuate shit. You know what I mean? You could have more freedom with the storyline. And it goes with what Prime said earlier. You can plug in a lot of crap to G.I. Joe. I think that's the one thing I do give G.I. Joe. I don't totally wave it off because it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. You can't kind of do that shit too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
why it's stupid, but yet so awesome to see Sergeant freaking Slaughter go full Paris Island on these niggas. So
fucking beats the shit out of fucking damn Nemesis, and I'm like, my man couldn't even fly away from that ass whooping. I'm like,
I love that he
said no. There was no escape.
I love that he beat this nigga's ass so bad. This is for Duke.
And this is for the USA.
I'm like, yo, when he said that, I was like, man, he's hitting you with all of Reaganomics. I really thought he was going to say, and this is for old Ronnie. This is for the Gipper. You know what I mean?
This is the reason why me and D were eating up Reagan being in fucking Call of Duty Black Ops. I was like, bro.
Here's the thing. Y'all don't really understand yet. And I know there's somebody that was born after 1981 that has not dropped that book yet. It's going to be, when you get to the end of it, we got to make Ronald Reagan a bad guy in every story we do from here on out. Like, do y'all understand the freaking not the Hand? What's the other group in motherfucker? The Hydra shit that the United States government was on in the 80s, bro. Dude, Ronald Reagan was wilding out, bro.
I'm shocked G.I. Joe didn't have like a Ronald Reagan-esque person that congratulated G.I. Joe at the end of this movie.
Hawk himself was Ronald Reagan if he could still fight. Or ever fought. Ronald Reagan was not even in the military. What the hell? Republicans are weird. Anyway.
Yeah, Hawk was, because he was jockeying a desk in the movie, wasn't he? That dude was sitting behind the desk the whole time, like, oh, I'm on the desk. I'm
tell you something. Hopefully, in the Iowa caucuses will let me in, and I can actually have Been eyeing this for a while, guys. Hey, Joe's. Not gonna lie. I don't tell you to vote. Don't tell you who to vote for. Look out for your boy Hawk.
Hawk would literally sit there and be like president of the United States at one point. I mean, like I said, he got put in as a senator in the comics at one point, but I'm just like,
And, like I said, I always like, I do love the idea of him being a senator and him looking back at the Joes like, nigga, I just got this job. Like, I think that is hilarious to me, man.
You know, Cobra Live wasn't supposed to be in this movie.
Supposed to be an entirely different concept.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it, but
and Hasbro came in and was like, but we love that name.
Cobra Live.
We gotta sell toys, because let's be real, folks. This whole movie is nothing but, you like this toy, kids? You like that vehicle?
Do you know what did it for me? The second like the Joes will save the day. G.I. Joe, the American heroes came to, like, I'm like, the second I heard that, I was like, This is a commercial. Oh my God, this is a whole commercial. What did they do to us? What did they do to us, 80s kids? What did they do to us?
So
we were so programmed, nigga.
Also, that sweet opening, that was supposed to be the climax of this movie. Dead ass.
Sad.
That was dead ass supposed to be the climax of the movie.
Sad.
And if you really think about it, them using BET to actually, for their plans, it tracks because it's like BET, Statue of Liberty, New York, like that. Wow, that does track. That does track.
They should have did it. But at the same time, all of that looks so sped up and so chaotic. Because it did. Despite how good it looks, it's kind of hard to follow the actual storyline of the action until retreat. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get like, wait a minute, I thought y'all niggas were. Well, no. Look at the end. Yeah.
Obviously,
go
ahead.
Say that's the thing that always bothered me about the opening. The one thing that bothered me, Cobra, y'all were winning. Like what? If you go back and look at their fight, they were winning the fight. Like
that's why I said I'm so hard to really follow if they were winning or losing.
Shipwreck literally had his hat blown off. I'm like, oh shit! Like this.
Like you had them outnumbered like 2-1. They just blew up one of your ships. What are you doing, bro? Press the advantage. The fuck.
Could have shot Duke out of the air as soon as he put that detonator on your ship.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what's funny?
When you have Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, and when you also have Adolf Hitler as old. What, you thought Adolf wasn't a part of that? Did you really thought that we were going to make that Hitler? We're trying to take over the world. What did you think that we were going to do?
The black scientist that offered to say, hey, maybe we should put MLK's DNA inside Serpentor.
Don't be silly. You know that's not good.
Dr. Mindbender.
Why?
There one Cobra scientist. Look, we had to go through a whole community to get Shaka Zulu in there. Don't stop.
Don't ruin this. Don't
stop.
Ruin this.
We had to go 3-1.
Is stretching this.
We had to fight tooth and nail to get Shaka Zulu. So please.
You imagine Serpentor all of a sudden he's like very progressive. Like it's not a lot of minorities here and the Joes here. I mean, we got Storm Shadow over here. That's cool.
Actually, I was going to say when Serpentor look at all his DNA and he finds out that he's
black,
and he finds out that he has Malcolm X's blood in him.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Hell no, he rocks up to work the next day wearing a kente cloth and a
kufi. Oh, hold on. He wears the kufi over top of the snake fucking damn thing.
Yeah. It's like there's gonna be some changes around here. Is this the command?
I'm just saying, D, we already gave you the tee up, man. You gotta put the kufi on top of Serpentor at this point. With the red eyes.
This I command. Freedom of my people. I can't.
Look, you already said Destro was light skinned, so I'm just say it. Oh my god, man! Look! I like how the military doctor just comes on the radio and just like, "Hey, Duke came out of his coma," and I'm like, "All right, sure."
He came out to the other side because he got stabbed in the heart.
I'm sorry. A part of me really felt like Roadblock. Hey, everybody! It's the 4th of July. Freedom. Anywhere you want it, that's the way. That was the only thing that was missing. That not only is Duke alive, but we beat Cobra. It is on the 4th of July.
And Roadblock can see now. Roadblock can see now after the doctor looked in his eyes.
Oh, man.
So, like, my thing is like, in season 3, like, y'all couldn't So his heart is okay, like no pacemaker, no. So we just
fine.
We good. Oh, okay.
Dog, you ain't shit. Cobra Brand people.
I'm about to say something real fucking racist.
On sale at Walmart.
I was about to say something real.
Here's the thing. I am totally for what Robot Chicken said. Yeah, we put the Cobra brand on everything. See, brand identity is one of the main things that we believe here at Cobra.
Dude,
I am with that.
Because Prime ain't lying about Renegades. Like, he is Jeff Bezos, because in that show, like, Cobra is literally like a conglomerate where they're running shit on top to bottom, like pharmaceuticals and all that shit. It tracks. It tracks 100%.
Man, and with every good cult, with every good business, shit. You see what the Nazis did? You take a symbol and you make it yours, nigga. I'm just being real.
You have to have vision.
Exactly.
You got to have vision. Son,
that was Cobra after he got turned back to a human in season 3. Like, oh my god, man!
He had his Exo Squad armor on and saying, "Let's go."
Oh, because when he came back, did he go cloth mask, or did he? I'm trying to remember. Did he go?
No, he had that armor, the snake silver armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Cloth mask was like earlier seasons.
Yeah, it was early season. I
do get confused with that too, man.
I say R.I.P. to the toy, because we are never seeing that shit ever again.
What, the cloth?
We are never seeing cloth mask Cobra Commander ever again.
It's 2 KKK. It's blue, but it's 2 KKK. They ain't never. That will never happen.
That's a wrap. It's never coming back. Retire that shit.
I
Treasure your action figures now.
It was. I don't know if it was me or Shaggy or somebody on Twitter back when the first G.I. Joe movie came out. I was like, man, we can't even get Clawface Cobra in this movie. Some bullshit.
Nah. So you see the optics of this shit. Yeah, we can't have a hooded white man.
But I did appreciate Retaliation giving us, Cobra with the shiny face mask.
You know what? I feel like if all of Retaliation had the same energy that Cobra Commander costume had, it would have been a fantastic fucking movie.
Yeah, it would have. Instead of just being an okay movie, it'd be like, damn, this shit would have been too dope.
If
the rest of the movie had that same thought, energy behind it, man, then we would have been great.
That movie felt like pieces of it crossed the finish line and other pieces did it.
Channing Tatum dipping off because he thought Gambit was gonna blow up. That really
I would never get over that. That was a thing, y'all. That was a time of our lives. 2011 and 2013. I don't want to blow my load, guys. But Tatum, Gambit, Remy LeBeau,
I'm out.
That's me.
I'm out.
And I gotta say, the fact that this shit stalled out. The fact that that shit stalled out, it gives me pleasure sexually. How dare you, sir? They killed your punk ass, you motherfucker.
I guarantee Channing Tatum as Gambit.
I see what you did there. I understood.
Channing Tatum, every interview, he was really mad. He was really mad because he's like, I practiced my Cajun accent for this.
Well, yeah, they killed Duke for that.
Here's
I'm
the thing
glad, you son of a bitch. I'm so glad that shit blew up, you bastard. I'm still mad. I'm still fucking hot,
man.
Son of a bitch.
He tried to stress that shit out in Hateful Eight, didn't he, nigga? I'm gonna use his accent. I'm gonna use his accent, goddammit. I ain't spent time with those swamp people for nothing.
I like how they had Bruce Willis as General Hawk. Bruce, I don't give a shit.
No, he was G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe Colton.
He was Joe Colton. Yeah.
Bruce, I don't give a shit. Willis. He was like, "What movie I'm in? G.I. Joe."
Sure, yeah.
Right. I can't make fun of him after we find out that he was being taken advantage of for a long time now. So like I can't.
It's like shit.
It's not fun to me anymore, man.
You know what? The funny thing is, I could tell he was kind of carrying G.I. Joe a little bit. Like,
summer child. I wish I had your optimism.
I'm just saying, Chris, he did it.
Maybe it's because the movie didn't ask much out of him. He's just there.
The hope of any of that, Chris.
Hey, the Rock thought his franchise
Ride of the Sun.
And Paramount was like, nah, bro.
We got other plans for those glorious yellow muscles of yours.
But we're going to do the Snake Eyes movie and overcorrect. It's going to be great. I like how Prime was right in the movie. I shall be called Snake Eyes.
Why? And why am I always right about the shit that sucks? Like, why can't I be right about the good things? What the fuck?
Me and William were in tears laughing at the accuracy of that shit when that movie dropped. I was like, God damn it, Prime was right. He really did say that shit.
Like, motherfucker.
I remember telling Chris, and Chris had the nerve to swing back at me when I told him, Chris, I seen the trailer. What do you think, D? Painfully mid, sir. No, it ain't, D. It's not. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So I'm at the stage now where I'm like,
who knew Storm Shadow had points in that movie?
Who knew?
Right. I'm gonna say, you know, the reason that we're supposed to side with Snake Eyes is because Storm Shadow's the asshole, right? Y'all do realize that, right?
Storm Shadow was just like
Storm Shadow's supposed to be the bad guy, right? You do know that, right?
His only downside was he flew too close to the sun, but he had points.
Nigga had number point. It ain't nothing worth. Look, it's one thing to be playing Metal Gear Solid and here, you know, Liquid got a point. That's one thing for that. You know what I mean?
It's not like Storm Shadow was on some Killmonger. I mean, he has a point, but he killed people.
It's just like,
this dude had points.
In my family and take my fucking. What the fuck?
What?
Let me tell you something. If everything was set up to be yours, right? Yours, right?
Here comes this Asian motherfucker over here taking my spot.
He ain't even Japanese, you know that, right?
Blowing up my shit. Nigga was born in Nebraska. What the fuck?
You know this nigga ain't even Japanese, right?
What the fuck?
You see that shit, right? You see they give shit to white people.
What the fuck?
But he's Japanese. He's half Japanese.
Half.
He's a gaijin.
Half. And before somebody say something, talk to a Japanese person about half Japanese people. It's funny.
Oh,
you're gonna be like, sir, that's racism. They're like, that's what a racism is? That's what the fuck. It's funny how the Japanese have no wherewithal with that.
Big upside the movie. I kind of like Baroness in that movie a little bit.
Baroness was,
you know what? You know,
she was all right. Yeah,
I'm
in that movie. I will say that
because I had issues at first when I saw it was like baby Baroness. I'm like, I don't know, I want to fuck with like Baroness kids or whatever. But then like seeing her in the movie, man, I was like, I don't know, kind of down bad right now.
Hey, look. There are sprinkles of good in that movie, man. Look, even in the first one, I don't like the first movie.
Rise of Cobra.
Rise of Cobra. I don't like it. There's a couple of scenes in there that's actually,
you know, I say this a lot. I say this a lot, and people push back on me, man. But I'm like, you know, the first G.I. Joe movie is more of a G.I. Joe movie than the first Transformer movie is a Transformer movie.
Bro, because here's the thing.
Do you know how many people try to fight what Prime say and fall right into the ditch if they have no goddamn point?
You want to know why that movie worked? You got the guy that made the most ballin' ass first two Mummy movies to do that shit. I'm just saying, like, you can't really fuck that up anymore. He did. He knew the fucking.
He knew the assignment.
He knew the assignment. Like, all right, it's G.I. Joe.
All right, y'all. I got a minigun. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: we're gonna be taking some shots in this shit. Ain't gonna hit everything, but the shit we gonna hit deadly. Trust me.
That man made people really. That man made people be like, went from why the fuck is Marlon Wayans in this movie to well, he wasn't that bad in that movie.
Marlon didn't. You know what, man? I hate these directors making Marlon look competent.
Thank you.
You know how Marlon always fails to me? He does comedy. That's amazing to me. The second he does comedy, he's like, stop it, nigga.
Steven Summers is like, we're going to dial you back down to 2. All right?
Hey,
2.
Hey, Marlon. Do you know what acting is? We're going to try that out today, okay? So we're going
to have you and Channing bounce off each other.
Yeah. Look, don't worry. He's not as strong. He's better than you, but he's not as strong.
And Marlon,
you have more experience.
All of us black folks together was like, Marlon was actually not bad in this movie.
I hated it because that would give people who were Marlon Wayans fans, because they laughed a couple times when they were 10 watching Wayans Brothers, this idea to think that Marlon Wayans is still funny and relevant today. I will never forget Joe Budden picking up his Twitter, late tweeting Marlon Wayans, all responding to all of his corny ass lines. I will never forget that.
Early Twitter was the greatest shit ever.
Don't know how Marlon Wayans survived that, because it was like, dog, it was like, yo, Joe, stop hurting this nigga. You are exposing him. You were exposing him.
I'm laughing at how all three of us, I feel like we're like veterans of Twitter at this point. We're like, you kids were not there in early Twitter when the shenanigans were happening. D was in control of Twitter and was going back and forth with fucking what's her face from all that Anthony with Bynes, Amanda Bynes. I remember that shit. And she responded back to D.
Amanda Bynes responded back to me like 4 times for no damn reason.
And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yo.
It made no sense. It was one of those nights where Amanda Bynes did like 50 Adderalls and started like masturbating to Drake early, like in the morning. And so she was already on one. Just saying like 2 tweets to everybody.
She like 2 of the tweets and was responding back to D. And D was like, get the fuck out of here.
Nigga.
What a time. Man. What a time.
Man. No, one of the best things ever to this day. I will never forget Chris. I was online when Nigga Navy went on. It was one of the greatest things to see white people in real time go,
what is this?
I want to be a part of the joke. It was funny.
It was the
Vivian Temecula is still one of the greatest things that has ever happened.
You had to be there, man. You cannot.
Had to be there.
X will never replicate that shit ever.
The only thing, look. Hey, me and Pride
Tears in the rain.
Me and Pride were on when Homegirl started DJing in the fucking in the restaurant. It was just like spraying everywhere, and everybody we was like, yo.
Oh my God! I forgot about that shit.
It was like 10 a.m.
All of us logged in on Twitter in the morning, like, bro, it's 10 a.m.
The best one was a picture of Shaq. You just saw water splashing on him. It was like, imagine you at brunch.
What a time! Memory unlocked. That's how much crazy shit go down. Take me back, bro.
God, Elon, you have ruined one of the only things I liked about social media in the last 3.5 years.
I watched this. Real talk, dog. I watched this movie. I gotta imagine. Can you imagine if G.I. Joe the movie came out in theaters now and we're all like live tweeting it and just getting through it? It would be a moment. It would be a moment to be honest. Like I really feel like we all loved it.
These movies, the patriotism that was in this movie is unheard of. It's not going to be. You're not going to replicate it. Not no stuff today, man. It was in the 80s. See, it was kind of funny when it came to the government. A lot of people started distrusting the government after Watergate, and nobody didn't have
after Watergate.
Yeah. That's when everybody started questioning the government. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At first, it was like, "Hey, black people. The man is not trying to stop you." Then all of a sudden, after Watergate, the government just lied to us. Wait a minute. So what about Vietnam? And as time went over time, more people started distrusting the government, at least in more droves than usual. The military didn't have that problem until about the late 90s. And then after 9/11, after 9/11, then when the Afghanistan war kicked in, that's when
crimes.
That's when we saw war crimes happen on television, it was like, okay, fuck the military too. It was weird. So you won't have that same type of patriotism in these movies. When you do, you kind of see it coming from, it's either going to be patriotism where it's satire and you can kind of tell the United States military is still kind of sprinkling in there, even though it's satire. And then you have the movies that are like award-winning movies, because and shit like that, because they're like super dish is what the military is type movies. So there's not a lot of space to have fun with just, hey, we're America and it's time for us to spread freedom around. It's hard to make movies like that now, man. It's really hard to make movies like that, man. So yeah, you got to make Jeff Bezos the bad guy now. But hold up, let's be real. That's kind of what these military these people that run these private military groups and all the rest of that shit, people that move oil, guns, and all the rest of that, they're businessmen. They're not military men. They're businessmen. So, yeah, Cobra Commander probably would be Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Because it ain't Elon Musk, trust me.
No matter how hard he thinks.
No matter how hard he thinks.
It's almost like
throwers in his Teslas. Nah, bro.
No, this is how I know reading.
You are a Modok with no motor in that fucking cherry engine. That's what you are. Just a dude with ideas.
Look, this is how you know media.
Not
literacy.
even that, to be fair.
Not even that. I needed something lower, yo. I'm sorry, Modok. I don't like you, but that was disrespectful. What you say?
I said Sugar Man.
Shit, I was gonna say Snowflame, but Snowflame had the power of cocaine. Even Elon ain't got that, nigga. So
that's how I know reading literacy was fucking terrible. Some of these white dudes that were so pro-Trump, that was like, see, Trump is like Lex Luthor when he was president. Easy there, buddy. Lex Luthor was actually smart.
Lex Luthor.
Lex actually stole the election properly. If we're going to be fair.
And hold on. Lex Luthor gave us bullet trains.
That's true.
I'll vote for Lex Luthor. I'm just saying.
Lex would do some evil shit, but it's like he did cure cancer and give us the cure off rip.
Star Labs had you. Star Labs had you, right? When all the rest of the world was dying of COVID, what was you doing here in America? Walking around butt naked on the street. Thank you, Luthor. That's what I want to do.
See, that's the Luthor for the comics. That's Luthor for the comics. He would have cured COVID in the United States and had the rest of the world begging for a cure.
My black ass would have said, "You vote for Master Luthor, right?"
Nah. The good old line. Well, Luthor never called me a nigga, so I'm
never called me a nigga, man. Him, hey, come on. Man, you saw Luthor. You saw Luthor. He was at the Lakers game with Denzel. It was cool as shit.
I was gonna say he beefed with that nigga from space, not from me. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. Look, first off, I already told y'all I don't fuck with Superman anyway. I'm from outer space. You white nigga. We ain't
Nah. Luther at the BET Awards like this. They put his name at the bottom, just like Lex Luthor.
Him in a regular ass picture of Beyonce. The tweets, nigga. Everybody loves it.
Is Lex Luthor and Beyonce together?
We know he eats moon pies, so that's like, look, he's already halfway in. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Look.
I'm saying.
Can you imagine being a critic that has to
it's black when you call it moon pies. Not marshmallow cakes, not marshmallow moon pies.
He calls them moon pies. And he says it's a victory moon pie. Look, I'm just saying.
Woo!
Can you imagine?
I'm gonna vote for him because his mama was a Baptist.
Can you imagine back in the day when G.I. Joe the movie came out and you're like a renowned film critic and you gotta watch this movie with a straight face?
I know they were mad at a motherfucker.
The fuck am I doing there?
To be fair, at least it didn't come out in theaters. Thanks, Transformers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, can you imagine if they had to sit in that theater and they're just gritting their teeth like, the fuck am I watching?
Boy. Roger Ebert would have ate this movie up. So first off, I sat down thinking I was going to see a movie, but actually I saw a commercial. It was a toy commercial. And I'm thinking to myself, where are the youth getting pushed on? What is getting pushed upon our youth in these days? You know he would have did that.
Oh, he would have got into the military propaganda and imperialism.
Because the one thing I give Roger Ebert, because James Sisko was just like, why is there so much violence? Like, that was Sisko. Ebert was like, no, let's cut down to it. Why are we giving this to children? Or why are we having these movies what are they trying to sell us and all the rest of that? I'm glad of critics like him because you're supposed to bring up questions like that. Like, yo, I just sat through a commercial, nigga. Like, that's that. Like, I was the target audience of this, so I'm looking at this as an older person. Like, Jesus,
Ebert would have ended it with, and give this movie a 2 out of 5.
No, he would have gave this a thumbs down. I think he would have. I think if anything, if you were a critic, the only thing you would probably praise is maybe some of the animation and maybe one or two of the voices. It wouldn't be Don Johnson. I can tell you that right now. They would have praised Don Johnson, but I think they would have praised like some of the voice actor maybe.
With what's his face?
Not Meredith. I think anybody. I think any of it because the one thing I will always give the '80s cartoons is that they do drop some big lines, some big $12 words on children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so because you had G.I. Joe the movie, you had Transformers, you had Rainbow Bright,
My Little
had
Pony.
a movie, My Little Pony, Care Bears had 2 movies.
Care Bears and My Little Pony both had 2 movies, and I said on a previous podcast, all 4 of those movies were done within 8 months, which is insane for a hand-drawn movie. That is insane, man.
I mean, just
so
they were really good. Look, people might sit there and say, "You watch Rainbow Bright?" Yeah, the animation was actually pretty.
I did it.
The animation was pretty good. I liked it. Did I watch it multiple times? No, I only seen it twice in my lifetime.
I told this to one of my friends. I remember Rainbow Bright. I don't remember watching one thing of her. Like, I remember watching an episode or 2 of Strawberry Shortcake, but nothing else. Like, it's very
Robot Chicken ruined Strawberry Shortcake for me. In the funniest, not in the bad way, but just like I can't go back and watch the old show anymore.
I love Bitch Pudding is the best thing in the world, bro.
I want them to make her canon. Make her canon. Make her canon.
They need to. Oh my god, they need to.
Bitch Pudding.
Dude, Steph Dude, the fact that they gave her a whole ass special is what had me in tears.
I laugh because the reason that made me laugh because I find the girl that does her voice, I forgot her voice, but I didn't think that would be her to do that type of voice and give it that much spirit, but good Lord, she goes for it.
When you see her in an interview when she does the voice, it throws you off because it's like, yo, she did that shit like seamless.
Yo, it's like
thank you, right?
Yo, she went straight for let me make fun of that white girl who I used to know that always thought she was a black girl. Let me take that voice and let me put my own little spin on it. And that's what it sounds like to me. Like, hey, Grandma, why would you suck my dick? It's so funny.
Sorry. Her name is guilty as a motherfucker.
She made art.
That was perfection.
One of the best characters in fiction of the last 20 or some odd years.
You ain't lying. This is up there, yeah.
Even the robot, like Deep brought up, even the Robot Chicken on G.I. Joe, man, that shit had me in tears. Every time they do a G.I. Joe shit, Robot Chicken, I die.
Yo, that fucking History Channel documentary they did about the battle for the Weather Dominant. Bro, I watched that shit at least twice a year. That shit is so fucking funny.
That shit had no business being that good. I'm like, bro, Seth, how do you draft this shit up in... That is some shit that I will probably think of at some point, but the shit is just seamless.
For me was the one where they was doing the office thing. I liked it because it really was like, so I'm back here with the clone machine, just making sure everything's going. Hell Cobra. I've been doing this for the last 15 years. Yeah, there was a really say Hell Cobra. All you gotta do is make sure that everything's right. I used to actually start it down in the mirror. Phil Nope. Oh shit! Wait a minute. And again, we put the Cobra name on everything. I thought that like
brand recognition.
Also, for me, what was the other thing they did? Oh yeah, something like I have to thank you for this gift. It's so advantageous for this gift that is slightly racist or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it was a chocolate statue of not Roadblock, of his cousin. Oh God, yeah, but it was so funny, man. That shit.
But last thing though, one of the things from G.I. Joe that I thought is the most insane thing ever. Fucking Action Man. Action Man was part of the G.I. Joe brand. I didn't know this until after. Remember that CG cartoon that came out on Fox?
Crank It Up, Action Man?
Yeah, that one. Okay. It wasn't until that was over. Somebody had told me, yeah, you know, Action Man is part of G.I. Joe, right? I was like, get the hell out of here. There was no G.I. Joe people in the show. He's like, oh, no, that show is different than the Action Man from the G.I. Joe line. I was like, really?
So is it the same Action Man?
So it's due to all right. So if I get something wrong, please forgive me because I'm going off of memory.
Right.
But when Hasbro brought G.I. Joe over to the UK, they took the G.I. Joe branding off of it and marketed it as Action Man because they had him with the same figure and had like different action sets for it. Like so, there was like the soldier and the various different uniforms. Is that pretty much? Did I get that pretty much right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I left out some details, but that's how I go. But then it kind of became its own, took on a life of its own.
Yeah, and yeah, that's how we got the greatest, like you said, greatest hero of them all, Action Man. And then I think they did another show after that was like in line with the, I think it was in line with the actual G.I. Joe thing.
Yeah, they did like extreme sports and shit, like the X Games era James Bond. That shit was fucking ridiculous, bro.
I think it was like it was like you had the 95 show. No, they had 95 show, but the 2000s one, which was unrelated to that, it's like, all right, cool.
That's so funny though, is the fact that it just, like you said, it just morphed into something bigger. That's the funny part to me.
And now G.I. Joe is part of the Transformers movies now.
Maybe.
When I tell you,
and I say maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what they do.
When I saw that scene in theaters, when I tell you the loud "what the fuck" I yelled out in a room full of children.
The kids are probably, it's like G.I. Joe. Here's the shitty part about that though.
These two goobers beside me. Yo, shut up.
I was excited, but then I had to temper my excitement because it was the same G.I. Joe logo from the Snake Eyes movie. I'm like, shit.
No. And I had got so angry because I'm sitting there the whole time watching the scene trying to figure out which organization he was in. I was like, is this Earth Defense Command? Is this Nest? Is this Sector 6? Who is this guy? What group? Fucking G. Are you fucking kidding me right now, bro?
Because Paramount clearly is telling everybody, yeah, Snake Eyes didn't do so good.
Yeah, they really going, look, hook or crook.
Hey, look, if this means that Cobra has Decepticons and a transforming his tank, all right.
I will say this. This is the problem.
You know what? You just sold me. I mean,
the bigger problem.
So you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Thank you. It's like transforming his tank. All right, cool.
Here's the problem I'm having. What I'm noticing is that the G.I. Joe, the Transformers line, it's not for my kids. It's actually for kids that are in college. Yeah. I noticed that it's kind of the age limit has kind of went up for that.
We was so hash bruh. That's what they are. They're hash bruh. Hash bruh. We were talking about them the other day, and I said one thing that just really irks the fuck out of me about them as a company. Well, there's a lot of things, but one of the things that really does it is that they have pretty much priced kids out of the fucking market. Because that new morpher for fucking Cosmic Fury, that Happy Meal toy is $45 fucking dollars.
That shit should be $20, and I'm being nice about that price. It should be
$10 at the fucking most.
And see, that's the thing that's killing me because I'm a father. That's
it made me so angry when I saw that shit because they say that's the kids' toy line. But I'm like, back in the day when we were growing up, morphers cost $10 to $15, so we can get that with like allowance or like
20 at the most, depending on where you're at. But yeah,
depending on where you at. But like, what kid in their right fucking mind?
Yeah,
right. What kid in their right fucking mind is gonna drop 40 bones on a morpher? Nigga, I'm gonna give me some Fortnite skins. Suck my dick.
First off,
exactly, and that's the problem. Exactly what you said right there. I'd rather get Fortnite skins, nigga. You see what Roblox is doing this weekend, nigga? Do you see what Steam is doing this weekend? These kids ain't touching that, and I notice it ain't till they're like in college and their minds kind of slow down a little bit, and they see toys and they see collectibles and they want to have that shit. That shit has become an adult type of thing now.
For $40,
it's so weird to me. And it's just kind of weird to me, man. You know,
for $40, I can give a kid a Kamen Rider DX belt. And it's way better than that fucking Cosmic Fury.
Way more.
And that's the thing.
Way
And
more
that's
like
the thing that's getting me because I'm seeing other stuff, but I'm seeing
that's Bandai Japan, and Bandai Japan ain't selling them shits for $40 in Japan.
And that's the thing that get me though, Chris. I'm thinking like my boys was watching. We was all watching the new Transformers. They like some of that shit, but like neither of these niggas gonna ask me for a Bumblebee. Neither of these niggas gonna ask me for any of this shit. And not that they're not into the shit because my sons love Bumblebee. They love that movie, huh? So it's like, I guess the toy line doesn't connect to children. And like you said, they price themselves out.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. It's actually fucking sad in a way, man.
It's actually fucking infuriating because like this is who all this shit is supposed to be for. Like what?
Which is ironic because the G.I. Joe toy line right now with the what's the toys that just came out for
Declassified series.
Declassified series, they went up to what, $25-$30 now?
Yes, they're $30 now.
$30 now. And I'm like,
hold on. What? Look, dude, they still sell. Look, like when I go to the motherfucking I'm just going to go for rock bottom because you can find good toys here, which is Family Dollar. Dog, do you know they sell Hot Wheels? They still sell Hot Wheels, fucking wrestling toys, and everybody else. GI like Transformers is the ones you never see out there. Yeah? You don't see none of the Hasbro lines. You don't see none of that. Even when you go to Target, it's like, why is this shit $50?
We can
$50, $40. You know what?
Don't get me started because that needs to be a discussion in of itself about the fucked up nature of toy distribution.
DC and Marvel are eating up on their toys. Ninja Turtles, every time they come out, they get it. Playmates get it. Give it to the children. Make sure we have a line for 5-year-olds. Make sure we have a line for 10-year-olds. Make sure we have a line for older than that. Hasbro, fuck that. Nah, y'all older niggas want this shit, don't y'all? Look how pretty motherfucking Soundwave look, nigga. Now $70, bitch.
Now, out of the G.I. Joe stuff, I got 2 of the model kits, which is Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, complete with the bike. And I bought I think it might have been called the Declassified series, the Destro, where he's burning the money and he's like,
oh yeah, Pimp Suit Destro.
Pimp Suit Destro. Yeah, I bought that one.
I got that shit.
That was automatic. I was like, I needed that.
That was on site, bro. What are you talking about? Like immediately.
Like those because those came out and they were like what, $19.99, I think.
Yeah, they were just $20.
Yeah, it was $20 and stuff. Now they're like $24.20. Yeah, I think they're like $24.99 right now.
And they're killing me. They killing me before they killed the line. The Lightning collection was creeping up to about 30.
Yep.
35.
We talking about killed. It's hiatus.
Kiss my whole caramel asshole hat. I'm sorry.
But anyways, that is G.I. Joe the movie from 1987. Look, like both me and Prime, like I said, I feel weird because I remember I recorded that movie on tape to watch it again, and then my mom ended up taping over it because Oprah.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
But to be fair, I bought it on DVD, and then I ended up buying it on Shout Factory on Blu-ray. So,
and I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I kept my local Blockbuster business because I just kept checking it out week after week. Whenever we went, it's a family. They're like, "What movie? You can get one movie," and I kept going, "Give me G.I. Joe." But like, you've seen this like 6 times. Give me G.I. Joe the movie. I want to watch it again.
Yeah. Now, if there is another one that you want to watch that's animated, like movie-wise, Resolute, definitely check that out. Resolute is actually dope as shit. I would
Written by, was that the Warren Ellis one?
That is a Warren Ellis one.
It's not bad. Now, I do feel that it does.
Warren Ellis wrote a G.I. Joe story?
Mm-hmm. G.I. Joe Resolute. It was an animated movie.
Wow, I did not know that.
Sorry. It was a bunch of animated shorts that they then combined
into a movie.
Cool. I did not know that.
It's pretty fine because it takes itself extremely seriously. Now, my only issue is that sometimes it veers into edgelord territory, but considering the author, I mean that's just to be expected. Right?
It's Warren Ellis. What do you want?
I mean, it is what it is.
So, D, what we have next on the docket?
Well, next week, and this is gonna actually be really enjoyable for DJ Sue, but he's not here. Next month, everybody, we're going to be going straight into the spooky month of October, and we're going to be doing nothing but horror movies. And the first thing we're doing next week will be Child's Play 2. And it's me and DJ Sue's favorite Child's Play. Not our favorite one to talk about, That's the third one and the fourth one. Those are our favorite ones to talk about. But our favorite one, like our best one, the one we love, oh, it's the second one, man. See, if Harris is here, I wouldn't be like, so next week, hello, Harris, how's it hanging, Phil? He would be like, yes! He would have been screaming and all that shit. But our favorite one to like really, really go in, like that's my favorite Chucky movie is the second one. So me and DJ Sue gonna really be having fun with it. But the one, Chris, that you're gonna be crying on is the third one. We have nothing but jokes for the third one because the third one is so terrible that it veers right back into awesome mode. That's what we love about the third one, yeah.
Also,
and the fourth one's bad from start to finish, but Jennifer Tilly's titties and it's funny ass, and it's actually a funny ass movie. So
Oh yeah. Also, side note, next week. Well, this coming Monday, me and Prime are, if you're watching this live, we're going to do Ultraman Gaia, finally.
Yes, Gaia's fucking peak.
Oh, yes.
Also, it's $8 on Amazon right now if you want to watch it.
And it's free on YouTube.
Spoiler alerts, recommend that show.
Yes.
Also on my end, later on this month, next month, I don't know when, mid-month, me and Jared, we're finally going to do our first episode of Warhammer. Our title, the title of our show is going to be called Blackest Library. And if anybody knows, like, wait a minute, Blackest Library. If anybody knows anything about Warhammer, you already get the fucking pun we just did right there. But we haven't really we're still discussing our format and all the rest of that we're going to do for it. But we're planning on next month doing that. So yeah, that's about it. Outside of us doing our Working Title Sports Show, Chris, we are keeping up with these every week, and I really want this this season because this season has been written by a madman. So,
yeah, that and
all the Hollywood writers strike. They did the strike. They went straight to the NFL and got paid millions upon millions of dollars right now. They just being quiet about it.
Well, that and Comic Book Corner. I'm since I've been picking up on my comic book reading. Hickman he's doing the Lord's work. He brought back the Ultimate Universe again in a different way now.
Wait a minute. So he brought back Ultimates again?
It's not the same that we remember, but he's bringing it back. So right. Yeah, and DC is doing another, reset. So
again, oh yeah, I heard about that actually. I heard about it. I didn't. Forgive me. I've been out of comics for the last couple of years, and so I really haven't been keeping up. What was the one after Rebirth they did? I think it was Rebirth was the last time I seen
Rebirth.
And I think it was Rebirth.
Yeah, they just been kind of doing whatever since.
They're going to restart the universe again. Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nothing matters. It's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing. Thank you. Build on nothing. You know what? It ain't. Whatever. I'm not there. I'm not even.
I'm so. You know what? I'm just like whatever.
Prime is just numb to it at this point. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, sure.
Like,
sure.
Let me guess, Prime. Sure. There's like one or two things. It's like, yeah, fuck that story, right?
I'm just like, just clear the map. It's whatever, dog.
Yeah, I'm finished that. We just hit a hard reset on everything because we don't know how to run a fucking comic book company.
I saw somebody the other day say that I really feel like there's somebody who's deep state at Marvel higher up at DC because they seem to be hiring all the really bad Marvel writers and they're just like doing this shit. And I'm like, that's crazy. And I went, now wait a goddamn minute. I went, wait a minute.
If you look at the lineup at DC right now, some former Marvel people there too.
I'm looking at it from afar. Chris, who did you tell me that was working at a Marvel? Working at DC, and I
Bendis.
Like Bendis. No, not Bendis. It wasn't Bendis. Bendis was the reason why I probably stopped reading.
It was somebody.
I'm not lying because I was reading Action Comics until you started writing it. That was
Bendis. Fucked all this shit up.
Oh my god!
I saw that shit and I went, "That's insane. That's it." Now wait a goddamn minute. I started like looking at the roster, like, "Wait a minute, hold on."
It's already bad enough that Tom King is not on site with me, but he's this close for being on site with me for some reason. But
I was disappointed. I was disappointed I didn't punch him in the face. I'm like, come on, Prime. I'm not violent.
No, man, look. The only reason I want to punch him in the face is because he actually legit. You don't jerk me off like that just so Bang can go, ha ha, you ain't getting married, nigga. You don't do that to me, man.
Why do you think I've been sitting back and I've been like,
but it was Bane, nigga. How did Bane of all the villains in that?
Don't get me started on the levels of Justice Kikaku that had to go down for that shit to make fucking sense.
It's only 2 issues. I'm enjoying Penguin, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, so when's the bottom gonna fall out?
I'm gonna say that shoe from the drop, it's gonna drop hard. And
I forgot. King did have one run on Batman that I really liked. I forgot what it was. It was right after they resetted everything after New 52, and I forgot what that little thing. It was
Rebirth.
It was him. Was it Rebirth? It was Rebirth. I thought it was all right. Like, there's a lot of shit that I do kind of think King is all right in. It's just that, ooh, take a bat to that nigga's knees, man. You don't do that. Like, yo, you give right this nigga pussy just for him to go, no, I gotta go back to brooding. I am the knight.
I just want to sit him down. I just want to sit him down and be like, hey, what's your relationship with your mother?
Like, dog, I got a question. Who at DC?
Who touched you?
Who at DC?
Who touched you? What did you see in the CIA? I mean, I know besides slanging crack, but what else?
Point on this point. Where did it touch you? Where did they tell you?
Where did Bendis touch you at? All right.
Just show us where. It's okay. This is
Stanley. Did Stanley come in there right before he died? Thank you for your sacrifice. Like, did something happen like that? Like, yo, what? All y'all niggas working for Bob over this bitch, man.
Just sit him down, put my hand on the shoulder, and go, Tom, are you happy? I mean, no, really, are you?
So let me get this shit straight. So the Dio leaves the building, and all y'all niggas just get dumb. How did that happen? I thought he was bringing it in.
Well, see, the issue was as soon as the Dio walked out, the coin counters were like, hey, editors cost a whole lot of fucking money.
Nigga, yank you. Look, we're going to be on this forever. Look. Anyway, y'all.
Anyways, we'll see you next week.
Ciao.